And the weather's looking. Sorry, this is breaking news, and we have just found out that 1 in every 3 fish stocks are overfished, and 1 in every 5 fishes caught are illegally caught. And this is the crisis behind United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 14. It is the global push to protect life underwater and stop overfishing before it is too late. Now, you might be thinking that this is just an environmental thing. I promise you, it's not just an environmental thing, it's a business thing too. And this is because when fish stocks collapse, so do industries collapse with them. So you might be wondering, how are fishing industries responding to this? We have a reporter live right now on the field with the Minister of Fisheries. With some really hard-hitting questions. Let's see how this turns out. And this is presented to you by UNSW News. Let's go live on the docks. Alright fellas, we have the Australian Minister of Fisheries here and we're going to interview with him. Minister, Minister. If government is regulating fishing, why is overfishing still a problem?
Look, making laws and implementing them, they are two separate stuff. Through the political legal lens, we can look it through the state of capacity, rule of law, and enforcement. Let's talk about Australia and Thailand, for example. Thailand being one of the biggest countries when it comes to the fishing industry. Australia scores about 0.8 on the rule of law index, whereas Thailand scores about 0.5. If we talk about the fragile state index, Australia scores about 19.6, whereas Thailand scores about 66.2. And remember, the higher the number, the worse it is.
Well, what does this mean for fishing though?
Everything. Globally, 35.5% of the fish stock have been overfished, which means that 1 in 3 fish stock have been overfished beyond biologically sustainable levels. Look, countries can implement these same regulations, but they don't have the same capacity to enforce them. That's the reality about the political environment, which varies from region to region.
So you reckon that the minister is saying the Australian laws are not strong enough?
No. Look, fish don't carry passports. Fish stock, maritime vessels, seafood supply chains, they move from one country to another. They cross the borders. Look, different countries have got different political capacities, but we share one ocean. And that's the political problem with the SDG 14. We have to protect the ocean today to save the industry tomorrow. And I'm being really honest with you, SDG 14 is not anti-business. This is what makes business possible in the future. Sorry about that, guys.
Well, that was our interview with the minister. We're really hungry, so let's go get some food right now. Thank you very much. The sushi place, let's go have a chat with the chef. Hi chef, what do you think is the best dish?
Bluefin's the best we have.
But I feel really guilty about having bluefins.
No, you don't have to.
What do you mean?
Well, people don't order bluefins because they're hungry. They order it because of what it says. I've seen it so many times. Just this January, a single bluefin was sold for $3.2 million at an auction in Tokyo. And some NGOs like the Pew Charitable Trust, they use the same auction to highlight the cultural and economic significance it has on the species. So it's not about taste, it's about status. Culture is basically what a group has, does, and thinks together. So eating bluefin says exactly that.
Right, but what's underneath it?
Well, according to the iceberg model of culture, this dish, this price tag, it basically is just the visible surface culture. Underneath it, the deeper traditions within families and expectations about hospitality, that's what's basically underneath.
Well, what do you think about the regulations?
Well, regulations don't really help fix that because we could try under SDG 14.4, which aims to kill overfishing. However, it's just a visible fix. Fixing all the values underneath, that's going to take a long time, not going to happen overnight.
Well, is it changing though?
I do see that because younger generations that come here, they're asking about MSC certified food, and I've never seen that happen before.
Well, fair enough. The fish looks great. Can you please tell us about your supplier?
Well, it's just a fish shop down the road.
Alright fellas, we're here at the fish market looking for a fisherman named Angus that was referred to as by Fishbowl. Oh, this is Angus the fisherman. What do you think are the economic impacts of commercial fishing?
Well, to me, this fish has two values. On the boat, it's revenue today. In the ocean, it's future income for the industry. Targeting 14.4 is about protecting that second value. But Senegal's economic conditions pull the other way. Fishing contributes to around 2% of the GDP, so fewer catches mean real economic pressure. Its productive waters and fishing capabilities create a comparative advantage by lowering the opportunity cost of seafood production. So it specializes in fish exports. Subsidies add to this. Around $22 billion a year expands fishing capacities by lowering the cost at staying at sea. So dependence, comparative advantage, and subsidies all make high volumes attractive. The challenge is that negative externalities from depletion. The boat gets revenue now, but other fishers, seafood businesses and future workers carry that cost as smaller stocks. And that travels across levels. National decisions affect fleet costs, but the consequences spread across global seafood supply chains. The opportunity is that market can reward better behaviour. It can have responsible sourcing and traceability can commercial advantage. Thai Union traces tuna back to its vessels, and that creates responsible buyers. So the story is that fish are worth money today, but the industry's worth more if the supply survives.
Thank you very much, Angus, for your interview. Have a good day.
Spider-Man, hey Spider-Man, what is...
Oh my God! Wait, is that Spider-Man? Well, Spider-Man, I've spoken to people about political, legal, socio-cultural, and economic lenses. What are your opinion on ripple effects?
Ripple effect, that's my favorite subject. Well, pretty much, to pursue SDG 14, you're going to have ripple effects on other goals. For example, SDG 2, which is zero hunger. Fish provides about 1/5 of animal protein to about 3.1 billion people. If you rebuild that stock, then you feed all those people. And if you cut the quotas down, then the poorer population just miss out. Then you've got SDG 8, which is decent work. To police illegal fishing, you need to board the boats and hence meet the crew. This is exactly what happened. The EU boarded Thailand's boat and found hard working conditions and issued a yellow card in 2015. Thailand then ratified the ILO Fishing Convention and became the first nation in Asia to do so.
Well, what do you think about the firms?
The firms agree with this, such as Thai Union, which is the world's largest tuna company.
Do you think the firms are still enforced today?
Unfortunately not. In September 2025, the Thai government re-legalized fishing back in the ocean, and now it's just decade of reform had just gone to waste.
Well, what do you think about SDG 13?
SDG 13 of climate also has a ripple effect. Fuel is the largest subsidy in the fishing industry, accounting for 22% of a $35 billion budget. If you cut both, overfishing and emissions reduce at the same time.
Thank you very much, Spider-Man. And that's about it. Let's go to UT back in the office for the conclusion. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you very much for watching UNSW News, and all I have to say before I leave is save fish today to protect the future tomorrow. Thank you very much and have a great day.